Morning, Saints. Let's take our meditation this morning from the book of Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. The psalmist prays unto the Lord, and he declares how God helps those who seek him. Many a times when we are in situations, we find ourselves looking for help, looking for solutions. And we'll call our friends, we'll call our family members, we'll move from one office to the other. But here is the psalmist. His focus is in God. And he declares God as the one who helps those who seek him. That is to say, in whatever need, in whatever form of help that you and I need, as we seek the Lord, help shall be made available. Help shall be given to you and I. All that we need to do is not to seek for help in any other place, but to seek for God. That is where our help will come from. And the psalmist declares, I will lift up my eyes. I will look in no any other place. I will not look into any man. I will not look into any other place besides the mountain of the Lord. Besides the place where my help will come from. And he says, the only place that I will look unto is the Lord. That is where my help will come from. For he is the one who made the heavens and the earth. He begins to nullify any other form of help, any other form of focus. He says the only place where my help will come from is from the Lord. This also shows a level of determination, a level of trust that the psalmist has tasted. The psalmist has got so much confidence. The psalmist trusts no other help besides the Lord. And he has tasted and even testified that the same God whom he is seeking for help, whom he is looking unto for help, is the same God who will not allow him to be moved. He is the same God who keeps him. And the same God doesn't slumber. The same God doesn't sleep when it comes to his own. And he begins to declare that the very same God who keeps Israel does not slumber nor sleeps. He keeps a watchful eye over Israel, day in, day out, every second and every hour. There is nothing that happens in the lives life and in the existence of Israel without him knowing. And therefore, this is the reason why the psalmist have chosen to say, if in the natural I begin to be looking for help anywhere else, and where I'm looking for help, I am the one who tells them what I'm going through, what kind of help I need. Yet this one, this God, there's nothing that happens to me that he's not aware of. He knows what kind of help I need. He knows what kind of trouble I'm in, even before I tell him. So rather, I seek him. I search for him because he knows it all. There is nothing that happens to me as his own that he will not be aware of. And as long as he is keeping an eye over my life, as I seek him, he avails the kind of help that I need, even before I ask of him. And he declares, the same God is my keeper. He keeps me. The same God is my shade at my right hand. And he says, because the Lord keeps me, the sun shall not strike me by day, nor the noon by night. He will not allow the scorching of the sun over me. If the sun is too hot, he will bring the shadow, the shade over me. If the sun is too hot by day, he will bring a breeze to cool me off. If the sun is scorching me, he will bring a cloud to bring a relief over me. And if it is too dark at night, he will avail the moon, the light, his peace to be upon me. And it's the same God who preserves. The psalmist says, the same God shall preserve you from all kinds of evil. That is how faithful God is. So many times when we feel the heat, we feel the striking of the enemy over our lives, we run around. We run from point A to B, seeking for help. We forget to kneel down and lift our eyes unto the Lord. We forget to be on our knees and tell God the pain we are going through and pour our hearts before God. Even tell him how faithless we are. Because when we confess the rightful feeling, he's the same God who will begin to avail help. He's the same God who will begin to preserve us from evil and even preserve our soul and preserve our going in and our going out. He is the same God who will preserve us eternally. And I pray like the psalmist that in whatever form of state, whatever situation that is pressing us, whatever mountain that is before us, whatever valley that we are in, may we lift our eyes unto the Lord. May we put our hope and our trust in him. Because the same God whom we look unto. He will avail help. He will not sleep nor slumber. He will keep us and preserve us eternally. And I pray we focus on seeking Him, knowing that help will certainly come in Jesus' mighty name.